The prodigal son is the most famous parable ever told. And here's why. Now, this was a weird request because in that culture, you didn't ask for your inheritance until someone died and left it to you. Now, we don't know how long he'd been gone, but we do know that he blew all his money living large. And then one day a famine came to the land, and he found himself out of money and out of options. And the boy was expecting to get a lecture on how bad he'd been. But instead, his father interrupts him and says, "Quick, get the best robe, put it on him." So the father just waved it all away and said, "Listen, you're right. Everything I have is yours. It always has been and always will be. But it's a party because this son was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is now found. Get the ring, put it on his finger, get the sandals on his feet." No, it's not that it's okay to squander your money. Yes, it is a story about forgiveness. But at its core, it is a story about a father's love for his son, because no matter what, he always loved his son, and he always wanted the best for him. And that's why he ran to meet him. That's why he forgave him. That's why he threw him a party. Because no matter what, he was his son, and he loved him. And let's have a party, because this son was lost and is now found. And so he got a job feeding pigs. But the father didn't think that was any reason not to give his son what he asked for. So he divided up his property and gave it to his 2 sons. There was a man who had 2 sons. The younger son went to his father and said, "Father, give me my share of the inheritance." And the younger son took his share of the inheritance, and he went out into the world. Now, being a Jew, this was the most humiliating thing imaginable. And as he's tending the pigs, he comes to his senses. So he too went to his father and said, "Look, if that's the way you want to do things, fine, but not me. I've been working for you this whole time. Never once have I disobeyed your orders or even complained, yet you've never given me even a little party. Not even once have I disobeyed your orders. Yet when my brother, who has just come back after squandering his fortune and living a life of debauchery, the guy even worked for pigs, you throw me a huge party. That's not fair. It says I've blown my inheritance. I'm broke, I'm hungry, I'm dirty, and nobody loves me." So he decides, you know what? I'm going to go home and ask my father to take me back as a servant. Well, before he even gets there, his father sees him from a distance and runs to meet him and embraces him and kisses him. Well, the older son was working in the field and heard music and he got angry. The father came out and began to explain, but the older son wasn't having it. So what's the most important thing you should take away from this story?